Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FC 24 career mode here today on the channel. We're going to be starting a brand new series as Manchester City with the main objective of trying to win the Premier League and the Champions League and try and get as many trophies as we can. So if you'd like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Stay tuned for daily FC 24 content on the channel. Pep has been sacked, Pep Fraudiola, and Simpzy's been brought in. We are going to go with the tiki-taka formation this season. Now, I usually use the gegenpress, but as we're playing as Man City, we'll role play and use tiki-taka. I do think gegenpress overall is better. So here is the team, 4-3-3 attack. We are going to change it slightly and bring in my style and type of players and try and rebuild this football club. So I think playing De Bruyne as the cam is probably the play. I think this is our best team before bringing in any signings. Probably could do with like 2 fullbacks. We could get 1 this season, maybe even a winger. Also, De Bruyne, Silva, Stones aren't getting any younger, so we might look to bring in a midfielder and a defender over the last couple of years. But overall for FIFA, and with dynamic potential, Manchester City has one of the better squads in the game. Incredibly in-depth. Now, you probably could, if you really wanted to, not sign anyone, and you probably do alright with Manchester City, but bringing in players is always a lot of fun. I'm going to bring back João Cancelo, as I feel like I can use him on that left-back side, and I do think we need a right-back. So we're going to negotiate with Liverpool to find Kyle Walker's replacement, Trent. I feel like Trent bombing up the right wing, helping us out in that full-back position. He's also got a pretty decent free kick on him as well. So we've signed the next best right back after Kyle Walker. Trent Alexander-Arnold is our new right back. We're going to wield our money effectively. We are state backed, of course. So we're going to sign Trent Alexander-Arnold for £75 million and will be Kyle Walker's replacement. He will also add to that English quota. Now, I wanted to try and go for Kavar, but unfortunately we couldn't. So we're going to go for Valverde instead. And Real Madrid have accepted a whopping £140+ million bid. And Valverde, the Uruguayan, is going to join this football club. I want to play him off the right-hand side, but if he does need to drop into midfield to help out, he can help there. So that's probably it. 2 big signings. Federico Valverde, the Uruguayan, leaving Real Madrid. 88 overall, and is now a good squad player. Probably could have... oh no, we did well in the deal. Alright, let's bring in Trent. And Valverde can come in. Jack Grealish can go on the bench for now. Valverde on that right-hand side. Alright, let's get stuck into the first match of the season, where we face Arsenal in the FA Cup. Let's play this. Now, I'm back to playing FC manually now, taking a little bit of break from tactical career modes. Alright, so let's go. Trent on the right-hand side. Just trying to see support. Valverde finds Erling Haaland. It's blocked. We've lost possession of the football. Oh no, hang on. Rodri's recycled it. Valverde breaks away and scores just before the 19th minute on his unofficial Manchester City debut. Federico Valverde, a new signing, just scored. Oh, counter-attack here by Arsenal. Diaz can't get back. Gabriel Jesus. Unfortunately, we capitulate just before the 28th to our former player, Jesus. It's 1-1. Oh, Arsenal have another opportunity here. Martinelli splitting my defense. The 2 Brazilians Score, unfortunately, 2 goals against me. We could lose this Community Shield. And that's it. That's really disappointing. First major match of the season. We lose against Arsenal, who this time this year could actually be a title challenger against us. It's taking me a little bit of time to wrap my head around that Arsenal are well and truly title challengers in FC and career mode now. So they're going to win their first trophy. Hopefully this is not the sign of things to come. So Arsenal are your FA Community Shield winners. Trent Valverde on debut weren't good enough. Alright, so we've got the UEFA Super Cup here now, this time against Sevilla. Hopefully we can get a win this time around. Erling Haaland, just before the 30th minute, converts a penalty, starts off the scoring in this fixture. Can we win our first UEFA Super Cup? Sevilla with a bouncing ball. Last year's Europa League winners convert against us. Against us Champions League. Go on, Erling Haaland. Cool, calm and collected. Winds up. Oh, it's dinked off the post. And it's a 3-1 lead. Just before the 81st. Come on, let's try and build something up here. Erling Haaland. To Rodri. City go forward. Valverde on the right. Working his way into the box. Hits it with his right foot. And it's a 4-1 win. And thankfully, this time around, Manchester City hold on. 2 goals from Valverde. 2 from Erling. We do unfortunately concede just the 1 from Sevilla. So the main objective of this first season is to try and make top 4. I would love to win the Premier League. We want to try and get to the Champions League final at a minimum. We want to try and go back-to-back champions. And then overall for this series, we want to try and win as many trophies as we can. As KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, lifts the UEFA Super Cup, we have corrected that loss in the Community Shield midweek. After 7 games, we sit 3rd in this Premier League run. 2nd, Arsenal sit. Liverpool sit in 1st. Everton 4th. Spurs in 5th. Alrighty, let's get stuck into this match away against Arsenal. Unfortunately, we lost to them earlier in the Community Shield. 3 minutes in, trying to build up an attack here. Valverde, can he break away against Saliba? He can! Federico Valverde, our marquee signing, starts off the scoring away against Arsenal. Let's go. What a great goal. Erling looking to bring Foden in, and he does. So far we're getting revenge from that Arsenal defeat. The Citizens lead 2-0 up. And that's how it's going to end. A solid 2-0 victory over Arteta's Arsenal. Back in the league, we now sit in 2nd after 9 games. Liverpool sit atop, Arsenal 3rd, Spurs 4th, Newcastle in 5th as we go away to face United. Foden, 18 minutes in to start off the scoring. He can! Hits it across the right of the face at the Stratford end. Phil Foden starts off the scoring. And that's how it ultimately ended. We do a snatch and grab mission, a 1-0 victory. Massive win in this Manchester derby. Okay, back in the league now. We sit atop after those wins as we go to face Chelsea, that, believe it or not, aren't even in the top 8. As we go and face them at the bridge. Let's go. Silva surging forward. Oh my god, dodges a brilliant slide tackle there. How did I do that? As Foden breaks away. He's got Erling. But he's going to go all the way himself. Phil Foden off the left-hand side. You beauty. The English maestro makes it 1-0 just before the 29th minute. Away at the bridge. 1-0 up. Manchester City looking for number 2. Erling Haaland on the ball. Finds De Bruyne against his former side. Makes it 2-0 just before the 54th. And Manchester City are running away with it a bit in the league. We can get another one here. Erling. Oh, just over the bar. But that's it. It's going to be a 2-0 win. Okay, continuing on with our league campaign. After 12, we're still undefeated. Liverpool sit in second as we host them at the Etihad. We are currently 6 points clear. Newcastle doing incredibly well this season, along with Everton. But let's get stuck into Liverpool. Trent facing his former side. Erling, Rodri. Why are you sitting off? Rodri winds up. He makes it 1-0 just before the 6th minute. Foden, Valverde, for number 2 we get it. After Rodri, an unlikely goal scorer, starts off the scoring well. 2-0, just before the 22nd. Let's go. 2-0 up, looking for number 3. Erling, Valverde. Oh, what a signing he has been. He has revolutionized this Man City forward line. And that's it, a 3-0 victory over Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. What a result. After 25 games played, we sit atop of this league run. 67 points. Arsenal in second. City third. So Spurs third. Misspoke. United fourth. Liverpool fifth. Newcastle sixth. Aston Villa seventh. Everton eighth. We've pushed out of our group. And now we face Porto in this year's first Champions League knockout round. Away in Porto. Looks like they're going to get the first opportunity. My defence has been caught out here. And unfortunately, FC Porto in the pouring rain are going to sneak this goal past me. Not good. Edison didn't step up. 1-0 down. Manchester City need to get back into this one. Erling Haaland. I think he's got Foden in front of him. No, it's Valverde. But he drills it anyway. It's 1-1. We answer quickly. Thanks to the former Galactico. Go on. Foden! Oh, brilliant flick on. Yeah, I would highly recommend, if it's really tight in the box, press double A and it like pops the ball up. As you saw there, Foden actually hit that on a volley just to create some space. It's a good tip. 2-1 up. Looking for number 3. Valverde breaking away. Such an underrated winger. Squares it. Oh, and it's a sweaty goal to Erling Haaland as he makes it 3-1 just before the 68th. Great goal. And we go away to Porto. After conceding the first goal, we win 3-1. Okay, at the Etihad, we host them in the second leg. We managed to beat them 1-0, which gave us a 4-1 aggregate win. Moving on now, we've been drawn in the quarterfinals against Inter Milan after successfully knocking out Porto. Real Madrid play PSG, and let's get straight and stuck into this match. We host them at the Etihad. Silva, Rodri, couple nice 1-2 passes. Foden back on the football, sees Erling Haaland in front of him. He winds up, and the beast from the north, the Viking, makes it 1-0. João Cancelo, tucks it in. Sommer could just get a glove to it, but it wasn't enough. 2-0 up. Thanks to an unlikely goal scorer in João Cancelo. Back in City. Oh my god, Valverde going all the way there. 3-0 just before the 41st. We're looking good. Oh, we are dominating into here. De Bruyne! Oh my days. Where did that come from? I was trying to go for a header, but it was a bicycle kick. 4-0 up. Erling. Keep on going. Go on, Erling. Number 5. Manchester City absolutely obliterating Inter Milan. 5-0, a De Bruyne bicycle kick. What a result. In the second leg, we beat them 2-1. A 7-1 thumping on the aggregate. Wow, what a result. We've made it to the semi-finals of this year's UEFA Champions League in Season 1. We've been drawn against PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Let's get stuck into them. Valverde slips through Erling Haaland, turns his man brilliantly. Oh my god, he's just burnt Skriniar there. Erling starts off the scoring just before the third. Oh no, never fear. Kylian Mbappe is here. PSG on the counter-attack. Oh, pokes it in. It's 1-1. We need a goal quick. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he gets chopped down. And we're going to get a penalty. Away at the Parc des Princes. Jack Grealish steps up, goes straight down the middle. The man that got dropped for Valverde this season steps up. Great goal, Jackie boy. And Manchester City hold on out to a 2-1 victory over PSG. In the second leg, it's a 1-1 draw, and we've made, once again, the Champions League final. We've got an opportunity to go back-to-back now. Okay, so after 37 games played, we have won the Premier League on 93 points. Spurs second, United third. We've also made the FA Cup against Everton, and we're in the Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund. So we've got an opportunity to win the treble this season. Have to manually play this one against West Ham to have the trophy lift, but Erling has just been released and starts off the scoring just before the 33rd. Something special there. Great delivery to him. 1-0 up, looking for number 2. Erling finds De Bruyne. Flicks it onto Valverde. The Uruguayan turns and pivots, and we go 2-0 up against Moyes' West Ham. Great goal from Valverde. Oh my god, Foden! We launch a ball forward there. How did Foden get onto the end of that? A little bit ambitious. And that's it. We win the final match of the season. A whopping 3-0. This season, Manchester City are your Premier League champions. Under my first managerial reign in Season 1, we could very well win the treble. As the captain, KDB, lifts the trophy, we celebrate at our home stadium of the Etihad. Dominating this year's Premier League, thanks to our marquee signings of Trent Alexander-Arnold and Valverde. Alright, so we've got the FA Cup match, and then of course we face Dortmund in the final. So let's get stuck into Everton, who, to be fair to them, have had quite a successful Premier League campaign. Okay, Erling has a penalty here. Oh, and he converts. Cool, calm and collectedly in the second half. We have an opportunity to take the lead, and we do with Erling. Oh, good interception, Rodri. Finds Foden. I just need to work this way into the box. Foden converts. 2-0 just before the 82nd. Foden gets the winner. And the crowd goes ballistic as we are on the precipice of winning a treble in Season 1 of this Manchester City career mode. We have won the FA Cup. We've corrected that loss at the start of the season where we lost to Arsenal in the Community Shield. De Bruyne back up the podium again, this time around to lift Manchester City's FA Cup, the most prestigious domestic cup in England. Great celebrations as we win in London at the Wembley Stadium. De Bruyne showing the trophy to the travelling fans. Alright, back in the Champions League now. We face Borussia Dortmund. Here is their team. Let's go. Manchester City with the first real attack. Foden breaks away. They were trying to hold down Erling, but a nice run of individual brilliance It's Phil Foden to make it 1-0. De Bruyne finds Erling against his former side. Goes all the way. Never fear. Erling Haaland is here. He makes it 2-0 before the 37th. And we could win our second Champions League within 2 seasons. And that's it. That's how it's going to end. Thanks to a goal from our Youth Academy product, the man from Manchester, Phil Foden, and then Erling Haaland playing for his childhood side. It's so weird saying that. Like, it's literally his boyhood club. There's not many boyhood club Manchester City players, but Erling Haaland definitely is. As De Bruyne lifts his 3rd trophy here today, Manchester City win the treble. What a first season. What a trophy haul. And hopefully it's the first of many more to come. And I'm going to try and do as many seasons as I can. Can we go back to back and win the treble? Let's hope. De Bruyne celebrating on the European stage. I'm going to need new players for Season 2, as everyone's just that little bit older. We're going to have to look to rejuvenate the side slightly. As we go back to Manchester, the city streets are packed as everyone comes out to see the treble winners. The boys going ballistic atop the team bus. There's De Bruyne. There's me. There's Erling. What a result. We've made the citizens of Manchester City proud. Who's the DJ with the kit, with the default kit? Trent winning his first treble, his first lot of trophies with City. Hopefully it's the first of many more to come. Here are the stats. You're most welcome to pause and have a look. Surprisingly, Rodri is our second most high rated player. Valverde with a bunch. Couple Scott contract expiring. Scott Carlson. We're going to probably have to let him go. Here are the stats. And De Bruyne is the top goal scorer. End of season. Here is the 23/22 results. Really, really good run. We're starting Season 2. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Alrighty, Season 2, kicking things off now. Last season, we won the treble, beating Borussia Dortmund in the final, Everton in the FA Cup, and smashing Spurs, who finished in second in the league. I attribute my success to my marquee signing of Federico Valverde and Trent Alexander-Arnold. We revolutionized that right-hand side of our team. Okay, so now that it's been a year, with João Cancelo playing left back, he can properly play there. And, oh, did it turn it off? Oh, damn. We might have been able to convert him to a proper right winger, because that's where he's been playing this season, Valverde. But we might have to reset that again. Okay, so I think I want to go for Kvara, but Napoli don't seem to want him to go. We could go for Massalia and Araujo. We'll see. Okay, so we've finally negotiated with Napoli. And we're going to get the services of the man from the Caucasus mountain range, from the small little country of Georgia. Kvaratskhelia, I think that's how you say his name. Kvara, we'll just call him that. And unfortunately, Jack Grealish has to go the other way in this deal. We also could go with a brand new centre-back, as John Stones is now, 29, 30. So he's going to go the other way in the deal. And we're going to sign Barcelona centre-back, Uruguayan international, Araujo, as Valverde convinced him to come. So here is the team going into Season 2. Erling, Valverde, Foden leading the line. De Bruyne, who we could maybe rotate with Wirtz or Musalia next season. We'll see. We're going to bring Kvara in. Now, potentially we could even play Valverde in the midfield if we wanted to. Okay, so starting things off, this year's FA Community Shield, we actually went out and won 3-1 over Arsenal, thankfully, after losing last season. Unfortunately, Jesus picked up an injury. In the UEFA Super Cup, we managed to beat Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool 3-2. Surprisingly, Liverpool actually won last year's Europa League. In the league, after 6 games, we're undefeated. Chelsea sit atop, Spurs third, West Ham in fourth. Surprisingly, to see Burnley in fifth. Champions League wise, we are in a interesting group. And we're going to start things off away against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. 41 minutes in, Erling converts his penalty. And we start off the scoring away in Anfield. Trent facing his former side. Okay, unfortunately it was a narrow, victorious fixture. After 11, we sit atop as we go and face Chelsea at the bridge. 7 minutes in, got an opportunity here. Erling, breaks away against Hume. I don't even know who that is. But Erling makes it 1-0. Valverde. De Bruyne back to Erling Haaland. Can he get a double? Blocked. Keeps going. He didn't even need to blast it. Went with the P-roller. And he's bugged and glitched through the crowd. What is happening? But he scores a brilliant brace. And he looks exhausted because of it. Nice header, Valverde. Haaland on a hat-trick. This guy is insane. He is a cheat code in FC career mode. Erling with a hat-trick. And we win an emphatic victory away against Chelsea, thanks to Erling Haaland. What a performance. Okay, match against Man United now. We sit atop of the league. Manchester Derby. That's their team. Interesting selection. Valverde to start off the scoring in this derby. Winds up with his right, blasting it past Onana. And it's 1-0 just before the 7th. Great goal. De Bruyne to Erling. Burning past the Manchester City defence. We caught them out, and it's a 2-0 lead. Just before the 31st, Erling Haaland is on fire this season. Looking for number 3. De Bruyne goes forward. Valverde can go all the way himself. The Uruguayan scores. It's 3-0. Just before the 87th. Unbelievable scenes in this Manchester derby. We have absolutely smashed them. Can we get another? Oh my god, we can. Valverde continues to push and gets a great goal. 4-0. And we absolutely smash United in this derby. After 34 games played, it looks like this year's Premier League title race could be a little bit tighter. Arsenal are challenging us, along with Spurs in 3rd, Chelsea 4th, United in 5th, Liverpool 6th, Everton in 7th. Here is the relegation zone. In this year's Champions League, we've made it to the semi-finals. This time around, we've been drawn against Arsenal, as Rangers sit 2-1 up over United. We managed to progress to the round of 16, knocking out Dortmund, followed by beating Bayern in the quarters. And there are 4 sides from Great Britain in this final. Would you believe? Erling goes to Alvarez. What a great goal. Unfortunately, De Bruyne picked up way too many yellow cards on this Champions League run. So Alvarez is replacing him. Erling to Foden. 1-0 up. Sweaty goal. Valverde makes it 2-0. Just before the 25th. Manchester City looking strong in this semi-finals of the Champions League. Man, City, United, Arsenal, in the semis. It looks likely there's going to be a club from England making the final. As Erling makes it 3-0. Haaland. Erling makes it 4-0 just before the 45th. I think we're through to another final. And that's it. We have gone out and smashed Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. And in the follow-up leg, we host them at the Etihad, holding them to a 3-1 win, ultimately beating them 7-1 on aggregate. What a result. And now we've made it to the Champions League final against Rangers, would you believe? And we've won the Premier League after 38 games played. But Rangers beat Manchester United a whopping 3-2. We're in Season 2. We've made it all the way to the Champions League final against Rangers, surprisingly. Ruben Diaz joins the attack, pushing forward. Not much space here, but Kvara has broken away! Yes! Just before the 9th minute, we start off the scoring in this year's Champions League final. Can we go 2 back-to-back in our managerial reign? Kvara. Oh my god. He's having an unbelievable Champions League final. What a goal. 2-0. Liam Delap off the bench. Or is it Rory? I can't remember the names. I'm not a boomer. 3-0. Delap steps up. Wow. 3-0. We win another Champions League final. I do feel bad that Rangers went all the way just to face Man City. As we're going to be lifting our second Champions League final within 2 seasons at Wembley, would you believe? Wow. I'm still blown away that Rangers knocked out Man United. It's so bad for them. So Alvarez is going to lift the trophy for this one. De Bruyne, the captain, gave the armband to him after he went off. Manchester City celebrate in their white and burgundy kit. We're not going to use the blue. Nice. 3-0. We win this year's Champions League over Rangers at Wembley. All right, we'll go through the stats, the statistics, and we're going to be starting Season 3 here today. Oh my god, Erling Haaland is a whopping 95 rated. Here are the stats. 1 club, 2 titles. Unfortunately, we didn't win the FA Cup this season. Erling was our top goal scorer with 24. De Bruyne won it last year. What about for the Champions League? He had 9. So he's definitely up there. Arsenal finished in 2nd. We won the FA Cup Community Shield. So Tottenham beat Spurs on penalties. So as Arsenal on penalties. Alright. Back in Manchester. This time around, celebrating with only the 2 trophies. But the citizens of Manchester are more than happy to come out and celebrate. Hang on, was that Edison? Was he rocking a non-goalkeeper kit? Yes. I actually think potentially he was. Okay. So, we're going to need new signings, new players to push on to Season 3. So at the end of the 24/25 season, we won the league and the Champions League. Okay, so now that De Bruyne is going to be retiring, if not this year, we need a replacement. And we've got 2 options. I made the decision to go for Musiala, as he's slightly higher rated. Bayern have let him go, and Jamal is back in the Premier League. We did have to spend a fair few on Jamal. £145 million. So here is the team going into Season 3. Trent is 90 rated. Musalia is going to be the attacking midfielder. Tottenham won the Community Shield, unfortunately, against us this time around. We did manage to beat Juventus in the UEFA Super Cup. Okay, so after 6 games played, we sit in 3rd. Man United surprisingly sit atop of the Premier League as we go into the Manchester Derby. Okay. Rodri. Oh, slips through Erling Haaland. Nice. Manchester City. It's taken us a little bit of time here. We've managed to start off the scoring in this secondary half. Just before the 55th. We want to try and go top of the league. 1-0 up. Looking for number 2. Tapsoba with a tackle. Oh, doesn't put enough on. As Jamal Musalia on his first Manchester Derby breaks away and scores at the City end. 2-0 just before the 71st. Good on you, Jamal. Foden. Musalia slips through Kavara. The Georgian makes it 3-0. Onana shell-shocked as the citizens blow away United. Once again, we win another glorious Manchester Derby. Match against Arsenal now, hosting them at the Etihad. After 11 games played, we sit in 2nd. Spurs go atop. Bournemouth in 4th. West Ham in 5th. Alright, let's get stuck into Arsenal. Erling slips through Phil Foden. He starts off the scoring in this first half, and that's something special from the Englishman. Second half now. Foden having an awesome match. Finds Erling Haaland, who drills it past Ramsdale. Manchester City sail 2-0 up. And the Gunners kept their powder dry. They didn't score. Okay, in the Champions League this season, in Season 3, we topped our group. Celtic in 3rd. We managed to progress in the round of 16, knocking out Bayern Munich again. And then eventually we made it all the way to the semi-finals against Barcelona as PSG plays Dortmund. After 34 games, we sit atop of the league in another title run. But we're going to play this match against Barcelona. Darwin Núñez leading the line for them. Musalia going against Stones, our former player. Okay, Erling's been released. 9 minutes in, secret agent John Stones lets Erling Haaland break away. We had to obviously let Stones go for the signing of Arajo, and it's worked out well. 1-0 up. Erling. Oh my god, he might just need to go all the way. No one's marking him. He's waiting for the pass off. Our players did get marked, but we're 2-0 up. Corner kick here now. Silva whips it into the box. Arajo! Against his former side. Scores a phenomenal header as City go 3 goals up away. We ultimately beat Barca at the Camp Nou 3-0. And then we hosted them at the Etihad, holding on to a 2-2 draw, which we won 5-2 on aggregate. We've made another historic Champions League final. Can we go for the triple treble? Can we go 3 back-to-back? But that is a pretty in-depth look at Season 3's Premier League campaign. Champions League wise, here today, we're going to play the final in Season 3 against Borussia Dortmund, who we played against them in Season 1. We beat them 2-0. Can we beat them again? Dortmund, making 2 Champions Leagues in 3 years. Go forward. Free kick here. Valverde, Manchester City with an opportunity. Alvarez breaks away. Oh, how did we miss? Corner kick. Oh! Penalties now. Couldn't decide the two. Oh my god, what a save. After 127 minutes, it's going to go to a penalty shootout. De Bruyne converts. 1-0. Manchester City sit atop. Dortmund. Oh my god. Just need to go to the right. Alvarez. Converts straight down the middle. Going to the right seems to work. Sabitzer, the former Bayern and Man United player, goes to the left. Foden steps up. Converts. Seems to be working, going straight down the middle. Raheem Sterling, our former player, steps up. Oh, he tucks it into the bottom right. The former Chelsea man. It's great to see him doing well at Dortmund. But Silva for the winner. Steps up and converts. Dortmund missed 2. City with 4 in a row. And that's it. Would you believe it? We have won our 3rd Champions League. Back to back. Well, it's technically 4 if you count Pep Guardiola's Champions League. Wow. But after 3 full seasons, I feel like we've saved, we've fixed, we've rebuilt all the all the verbs, all the adjectives. We have well and truly brought glory back to Manchester City and have built a dynasty. Bernardo Silva, this time around, has been given the captain's armband, and we've managed to drag down the average age of the squad, move out some of the aging players, like your De Bruyne's, your Kyle Walkers, and we've brought in a new bunch of young, excited citizens. So that's going to be number 3 for me. Thankfully we won, to be honest. Our managerial rating, for whatever reason, is incredibly low. We could get the sack. I just don't know why. They really need to patch career mode objectives. For whatever reason on PC, like, I've won 3 Champions Leagues, 3 trebles. I guess we're not verbatim following the objectives, but like when they've been absolutely laid out, but it shouldn't really matter. Erling scores 52, Kvara, and here are our stats as we look to wind things down. And look, I feel like I've pushed this team as far as I can. I think doing 3 league titles, 3 trebles is enough. Maybe we need to move on to another team. So let me know feedback and suggestions for other career modes you'd like me to do and players you would like me to sign for said teams. So after 3 seasons, we finished with 3 Premier League titles, 2 domestic cups, 2 FAs, no Carabaos. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the 3rd. 3 Champions League. Our biggest win came in the April of 2024 against Inter Milan, where we smashed them. Our biggest defeat actually came this year, unfortunately, to Arsenal, where we lost 3-1. Our record transfer fee was a whopping £146 million. And I actually believe that was for Valverde. Or was it for Massalia? I think it actually was for Valverde. I think we technically paid more. There would have been more with player plus cash deals. I've earned £9 million, which is a solid salary for my, 8 total cups. After 191 played, we won a whopping 145, 34 draws, 12 losses, a bunch of goals, 4-3, and 102 away. So reflecting, using the tiki-taka chemistry style for sort of role-playing purposes, it's okay. I don't mind holding possession. I feel like we get more attacking opportunities using the Gegenpress. I think I would recommend to people still on the harder difficulties of FIFA to use the Gegenpress. I know it wears out the players a bit, but I think overall it is the best tactic. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment for the algorithm. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.